Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are back with another episode. Real quick, guys, make sure y'all go back and watch the previous episodes. So many gems, so much game for you guys. Don't take these episodes for granted because me and Prince Soul, we do it for y'all. But how you feeling, bro?
Y'all feeling good? We definitely dropped some gems. We got videos on how to DM girls. Got some videos on how to approach girls. We got some guys calling in. We had one dude in a wheelchair talk about he used our advice. Came back the next week. He got the sweet watery. You know what I'm talking about. So we got some gems. But as you guys come in, make sure to put a one if you guys can hear us, and make sure to also hit the like button. Okay, so this gets get pushed out to more people. But we got a dope video for you guys. We actually got to see this guy Rizz in person, so we're gonna be reacting to that. So put a one in the chat if you guys can hear us.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Chizzy Chat. Y'all come in, ask your questions. We're here for you guys. But we got a live reaction. This dude, damn, what's this dude's name? I don't forgot.
I'll tag him. But we
Uh,
done reactions to him already though.
yeah. What's his name? Shit.
I think like Journal or something.
Yeah, well, you guys will see it in the video, and if anything, we'll drop the link to the original video. Yeah, Gavin Laron.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I came across his YouTube channel. I really don't know how. I think I was like watching some prank videos or something like that, and he popped up. But you can tell this guy just has like that genuine don't care game, carefree,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you guys want to have. What's Adrian? What's good, bro?
What's up, bro?
My man in the building, always showing love. Peace, bro. Peace.
You dropped the one so you can hear us for sure. And while you come in, make sure to hit the like button so it gets pushed out. All right. So let's get into this game. And also, if you guys have any questions, put in the chat. We're gonna be doing Q&A. If you guys are active and asking questions. All right.
For sure.
Ew. Who finna come talk to me?
You're gonna come talk to me.
You can figure that out?
I mean, that's you got to figure out. It's up to you.
Oh, I can ask y'all something else?
All right, let's stop it real quick. We're gonna really break this game down, man. So a lot of you guys that say, how do I approach? How do I open? What do I say? And why is it so hard? Do you hear what dude just said? He just said, yo, you gonna come talk to me? Now, if we try to give y'all that as advice, you won't believe us. You won't think it's real. You'll think it don't work. But you literally just heard it and seen it live. That in even the bigger example, how do I approach a group? How do I approach a woman if she's holding her phone? How do I approach a woman if she looks like she's in a rush? How do I approach a woman if she got food in her hand? Every single one of your questions on how to approach just got answered in less than a half a second of dude just saying, yo, you gonna come talk to me? How do I get a girl to stop? What if she's walking fast? What if they're not paying attention to me? Every question you guys had, this dude literally just showed you live example, because you know I'm all about action. I'm all about field. I'm all about actually doing it. This was a live example of how to approach a woman in this situation.
Yo, he really just said, yo, you finna come talk to me, bro? He didn't even have proper English, right? You
Exactly.
seem like, hey, just put for no, hey, I thought you were so beautiful and I saw you from over there. Yeah, that might work, but honestly, you just gotta get her to stop and get her to talk. If she mess with you, she'll mess with you. So that's why I say.
Yeah.
And also, I want you to understand too, the confident he's exerting. Hey, you gonna come talk to me? Like it takes a confident dude to even say that. He could have been like, can you come talk to me? Can you come talk to me? That's unconfident.
I can ask y'all something else? How old is y'all?
So
y'all think y'all grown now? Nah, why they gotta be man?
All right, let's pause it real quick.
What?
I think that's another subtle point that I just want to point out in this video is if you're ever questionable about a woman's age, just ask early on. Because I know when I'll do coaching and I'll do camp in my A, and even when I'm going out with my friends, I'm like, yo, bro, go talk to her. Nah, man, she looks young. Nah, man, she looks old. Nah, man, blah, blah, blah. Bro, if you have a question about her age, just ask her. hey, real quick, how old are you? And then if she tells you and she's of age, then carry on. But a lot of you guys, you'll psych yourself out. You'll lie to yourself. You'll say, nah, man, nah, I don't think I can do it, bro. And you're just giving yourself more excuses. Let her tell you her age. And of course, if she's telling the truth or you believe it or whatever, then you just carry on with the approach, bro. Because I see that all the time where guys will psych themselves out on whatever they're believing in their head before actually making the approach and getting some level of confirmation.
Yeah, and then also I want to point out something too. I forgot what he said, but he had like a subtle tease. He says maybe something like "you're too grown" or something like that. So another thing I see, he asked a question, "How old are you?" and then he kind of teased about it, right? So one way to get the conversation engaged instead of always asking question, is to go with a subtle tease or subtle flirt, which changed the whole dynamic of the conversation.
Exactly.
Ricky, what's up, boy? Day one, what's good, brother?
Yeah.
What? Nah, they just a little carpet burn. I forgot their names for real.
I can just tattoos on you.
For real? What you a little artist or something?
Yeah, a little artist.
Where? Let me find out.
Yeah, not a little artist.
Okay then.
I give you a card.
All right, bet.
Right, you looking a little bad.
I got two. How many you got? Oh, for real? You gonna have to uncover them later? Just a little bit. we can uncover them later.
Yeah, that's crazy. Depending on.
Oh. Before you run away, I can put my number on your phone.
All right, let's pause it real quick.
One thing I'm actually really shocked about, he's always asking questions. Like, can I get your number real quick? Can I talk to you? That's one thing I'm actually really shocked that he does. I actually don't do that. I don't recommend always asking for permission, because what might happen is she says, no, you're in a, damn, you're give me a number. So I say just command it, be like, put my number in your phone. Right. And then one thing I will say too is I really like how he establishes a connection. So there's tattoos. That's something that they both got a point of interest, and he's talking about it. I don't like when you're gaming, a lot of people think like, what do I say next? What do I say next? What do I say next? But a lot of times you gotta be in the moment and be present and go based off of what she's wearing. Me personally, I probably would have talked about her Hunter x Hunter shirt because I'm an anime geek. That would be my point of contention.
Right. And like to your point too, you know, he had flow in the conversation, and it got to a point where they're flowing with him, they're flirting with him, they're talking about his tattoos and things of that sort. And even with the questions and things of that sort, that brings up a good point of when it comes to game, when it comes to meeting women, when it comes to however your approach is, do what works for you, bro. Like a lot of guys, they're like, how do I do this? Or what should I say this? Or should I say this? And should I say that? And it gets tricky for us as coaches or advisors or mentors or whatever, however you want to look at us, for us to tell you exactly what to say, because every situation, every woman, every approach, every dynamic is different. So it's always a breath of fresh air, because I'm just like you, bro. Like he's asking, can he ask a question before he asks a question? I typically wouldn't do that either. Not to say that I never have done it. It just depends on the vibe. I mean, these girls seemed like they were already into him. So when like it was basically like he was asking it knowing that they were going to say yeah. And that's the type of confidence you got to have, is to say, I'm going to ask you, can I, it's just like texting a chick that you talk to. You text her and say, answer the phone. Or you text her and say, can I call you? When you already know you can call her and you know she's going to answer the phone. But you just threw that text out there for the hell of it. So that's pretty much what he was doing, is just asking, can he ask the question for the hell of it? But he knew they was going to say yeah. And when you got game, even if they would have said no, I guarantee he would have came back with some type of witty comeback to make them think, why did they say no to his question? Like he could have been like, can I ask you a question? And she say no. And he'd be like, why not? He's like, because. And he's like, but you just said I can't ask you a question, but I just asked you why not. And you answered that. So obviously I can ask you a question. And then it just goes into this whole thing. So I fuck with it so far. And he also does pranks as well. So that's probably what we're about to see.
Yo, so put in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you guys think he has game? Was that good game, or she just high interest? Fat John, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What's that?
Price, oh, what's up? Wholesome high value king, but it's Prince. I mean, hey, Price. But what's up? Wholesome high value man.
On the back of your thing.
Oh yeah.
Can't just
yeah,
be
I know. Hell, it just slipped out.
Oh,
in my pocket. Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate you getting it, bro.
Yeah. I
really
can't at least get like a couple bills for being a good guy.
Yeah, you do that kind and hell, damn, that here, that ain't all look like no good money.
Hold on, what is that?
I don't know what the hell this is. Somebody done got over on me.
Yeah, he lied to me. Excuse me.
Hey, son, when you in the field, you might end up finding money. So go take action.
Yeah.
Good dude, though.
Really got gum in your mouth and you not finna share? What's the deal with that, man?
See, let's just pause it real quick.
Got some more?
The whole what do I need to say? This and that. I mean, what he said, yeah, that was charismatic, that was different, that was funny. But because of who he is and the level of approaches that he's done, it works for him and it's automatically hilarious to her. So some of you guys could probably try to do that same approach and it may not work, or it probably will work. I think more of her laugh is just because of the fact of he actually went up and approached her. Like, you'll be surprised how many women don't get approached with a real approach. I mean, he's joking, he's being funny up front, but it's something about actually stopping a woman and talking to her, especially in this world we live in after the pandemic and with all of everybody doing dating apps and on their phone and things of that sort. To be able to go up, stop a woman in the middle of a store like Target, you know what I'm saying, of all places where she's just trying to get some shopping done, and you can go up and talk to her and start a conversation, bro, that's gonna make a woman's day, and it can make a good night for you as well.
Yeah, I will say something too. So you guys probably can't see it, but just knowing game, he's probably came in with a smile, like, "Oh, what type of gum you got?" or something like. You're not gonna share your gum, so he's probably have a smile and some type of gesture. And then also, I want you to pay attention to. You guys probably don't know is his tonality, right? So if you come in like, "Can I get a piece of your gum?" That tonality is like a needy frame. Or you come in like, "Can I get a piece of your gum?" That's like a yelling frame. So like, two things when you approach him, make sure to understand like your body language, your gesture, and then make sure to and then also make sure to have good tonality. And also the fact that he came from behind, honestly, I didn't think that was the best way to do it, but he's so experienced that he can get away with a lot of stuff. So you don't have to be perfect.
Right.
Wait, first, is it like fruity or minty? See if you pass the test.
It's minty.
Whew. All right. Girl, scary.
So
Yeah, I peeped that too. I was about to say something. You want to go?
Well, that's another thing too. Like a lot of you guys are always talking about is a woman shit testing you, or is she trying to test you when you first approach her? He's already putting her to the test. So he's like, let me see if you pass the test just based off the gum that she has. And she's low-key already qualifying herself, saying gum is gum, trying to say before she pulls it out that it should be good enough. I hope it's good enough. A lot of these things are happening off the approach, and me and Prince O are able to break it down for you guys, because I know there's a lot of guys who watch his videos and videos like this, and you're like literally just laughing at the content and seeing if he gets the number or not. But there's so many subtleties to break down in a video like this to see that this is how it's done. It's not perfect, it's not smooth, it's not suave. Like, dude is walking around in a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? Like he's literally just got his phone out. It don't seem like he got no groceries, no grocery cart, and he's out here doing this thing. I mean, he's getting free gum, numbers, potentially free tattoos, and a lot more things just from being out in the field. So, you know, as we may make it seem like it's just content, it's a lot more going on here, and I can see it.
Yeah, and another thing I actually want to touch on too, like when you guys are actually doing this, you guys can do the same thing. For example, the perfect place is like, let's say you're a nightclub, bar, or lounge. Just that when ask her to come with you somewhere, that's a client says, ask her to come with you to the dance floor. That's her following your lead. And also, I want you to understand too, while he's doing the approach, he's also like talking to her while he's asking her to get out the gum. So like flirting with her. Is it minty? Oh, and whatever she says, he's a oh. And that actually brings a fun reaction because she's like, oh, why do you think that? What do you mean? Okay. So those kind of subtle stuff help you out in the long run.
What is your next to you? It's my last piece.
Damn.
Nice.
It must be special, huh? I can get your name with this piece?
You can get my name. My name is.
For real?
What's your name?
My name's Dad. I mean, Gavin.
I'm out of here. You said what?
Gavin.
Gavin?
I like the way you say that. Why you out here trying to match me though? Like, what's the deal with that?
What? So you can't retire the red game? I didn't go get a red game on today.
Why you playing with me, dude?
I'm playing.
I came to look for it.
See, let's pause it real quick.
Yeah, he's real good at coming out stuff with the fly.
Yeah, and we talk about game recognize game, but girls recognize game even more because they essentially naturally have game. So if you're not hearing things like how many girls you said that to, I know you talk to other women. So you're just here to get game. How many or get numbers? How many girls' numbers have you got today? If you guys are not hearing that on a daily basis, or for sure more or less often, at least 2 to 3 times a month, then you're not in the field. You're not talking to enough women. You're not running enough game. Like every player, every playboy, every guy who's out here taking action hears these type of things from women because women know when you got hoes, it shows. It's the same when you got money. Like when you got money, you don't have to walk around and show everybody your bank account. You just pull up in a fly whip. Your clothes are nice. You got the nicest hotel. You got nice shit. You smell nice. Like you got certain things that show versus people who try to fake it like they got bread and they got all this extra shit and you can just tell it's not legit. That's the same when it comes to women. Women can smell other women on you. They can smell it. They can tell. And even when it's when you're in a field like Target making approaches, women know game, guys. They know if you got good game. They know if you got weak game. They know if you got simp game. They know if you got money game. They know if you got status game. They know if you got all this. But when you got pure game like this, women are going to call you out for it. And it's no biggie. Like these are the best ones because they already know what time it is and they're still willing to rock with you. So you're doing the right thing if you're getting shit tests or questions like this from women.
What's good? What's good, QB? I know how you feel about game, bro. I know you don't think game exists. What's good, bro?
How old is you?
24.
24?
How old are you?
I'm 100. For real, you know I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm 100, literally.
It's funny.
You know, one thing I will say that he actually does pretty good. He doesn't get into interview mode. He asks his question, and whenever they ask the question back, he's never direct and kind of not to say that he's lying, but he's like flirting around with it. 100. They obviously know he's not 100 years old, right? And
right.
He has the charisma to back it out, say something else. When he asked his name, he said, "Daddy." So he has the charisma to back it up, right? And when you just get back in the floor of interview, what's your name? What's this? What's this? That's when the conversation gets boring. But one thing I don't like, he's probably doing this for content purposes. She keeps on turning away, about to walk away, and he keeps on talking to her to get her back. But I think he's doing that just off the sake for content purposes.
Mm-hmm. And you know, girls do that. Like when she's like, "Bye, Gavin," like they'll do shit like that, but they in the back of their head, well, you know, be careful with this advice, guys. Like if a girl walks away and she's serious, then keep it pushing. But you can tell with her, it's a flirtatious way of how she's like, "Boy, bye. Nah, we ain't finna do this. Quit playing with me, blah, blah, blah." So it's just a flirty vibe. Like you said, he always has a comeback. He's always pretty much like this is definition of being witty, definition of being charismatic when it comes to approach, but not being over the top. You can tell it's natural. You can tell he's most likely said this stuff before. You can tell that his questions are already set, but they're not set in a robotic form. They're flowing with the conversation. And that's what comes with practice. That's what comes with repetition. That's what comes with making multiple approaches. That's what comes with hitting the field. It's literally like a freaking ping pong. Like it's like a dance. You just bouncing off. And the beautiful thing about a man is that if you continue to do it, it becomes such an easy flow for you. A woman like this, she's okay, you know what I'm saying? But she doesn't get approached that much. So she literally has to pretty much play his game or be in his realm or be in his field. But as man, if she was to completely walk off or whatever, he can literally turn around, go to the next woman, run the same game, ask the same questions, do the same jokes. So that's a beautiful thing that sometimes we take for granted as men is that, bro, the world is your field. You can literally walk up to any chick, anytime, any moment, any day, and make the approach. She pretty much just has to deal with whoever talks to her. So if you get your game handled, it can be nice and easy for you.
Yeah, I would say he has a lot of practice, but as you were saying earlier, like he knows what he's really going to ask, and it's kind of like sales. If any of you guys have done sales, you know, at the end of the day, you want to sell him that car, you want to sell him that product, but you're guiding the conversation to where he wants to go, and that's the same thing with gaming. I know when I talk to a woman, I'm probably what he asks. He asks, "How old are you?" And then he probably asks, "Can I get your number?" Those are his go-to questions. He might switch up his opener, but I know in DC, first time I ask is, I have my opener, whatever it is, I'm gonna ask her, is she from this area, what part she is, maybe tease her from there, then go into her name or something like that. So I know I'm always gonna guide the conversation towards where I want to go to, but I'm gonna do it in a natural way.
Right.
Before I go, I put my number in your phone. But I'm finna hit you up though.
Okay.
Free gum, free baddie. Steak cannot get any better. Everything okay?
Oh shit.
You okay? Excuse me. Do you know where the belts are?
Oh, and that's one thing I'll say. I don't recommend approaching shorties from the back.
Mhm.
He did that the first time and it worked, but you see what happened with that woman. But who knows?
Right.
That probably a prank.
No?
No, I actually started.
Do you know where like your name is? Like where I can find it?
Yes. Name is
For real? Oh. You know my name? It's Daddy. I mean Gavin, excuse me. Gavin.
You're doing a whole lot.
I really do want to find them belt, so when I find them, I'm gonna let you know they out there.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Bingo. Psst. I found them. I have a question though. Like, is you like from there, bro? For real? So like, why I never seen you before, bro?
I don't be outside like that.
For real? What did you say your name was though?
I'm 20.
Why? I'm probably gonna dip though. But before I go, I put my number in your phone.
I can put mine in yours.
Just letting y'all know I open up a P.O. box right there. If you ever want to send me something to make sure that I see it, that's where you send it. But it's in my description too.
That's interesting though. That girl, she wasn't really feeling him, but that's gonna happen when you're out here gaming. The thing is, you can't get mad. You can't. The one thing he kept on, he tried a little bit. I think he might have been a little bit too persistent, but don't give up right away.
Right.
So, and the way you can kind of tell is like she wasn't really asking his name back. You're doing a little too much, and she was also at work. But if she messed with him, she messed with him. But
And that's a prime example as well. A lot of you guys worried, super nervous, thinking the girl won't give you the time of day while she's at work. Prime example. You can still approach a woman at work. And, you know, people are in a different state when they're at work. Like, most people don't love their job, right? Most people don't love what they do. Most people are literally just working a job just because. And she did say that she just started working there. So she's worried about the boss. She's worried about a couple of things that I would say. So as Prince O said, guys, don't take these approaches personal. Don't take even rejection personal. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just got to go with the flow. Like this same girl that seemed low energy, low interest, he could grab this number and outside of work, right outside the clock, she could be going crazy, you know? So you just got to go with the flow and adjust in every situation. And you notice how he kind of made this conversation short. He asked to put the number in her phone. She's probably a little wise, but she also understands that she's at work. She just got the job. She doesn't want to get fired. She says, I'll put my number in your phone because she probably can't have her phone at work. She probably doesn't need to pull her phone out as a new employee. But for some guys, she's low interest. She might not be into me. There might be some level of truth to that. But, bro, she's probably also at work. She's probably also on the clock. Her supervisor's probably watching her. She's probably still in training. There's a lot of things going on. She's probably not used to getting approached. She doesn't know the protocol of the job if she can talk to customers like that. So even in these situations where the woman might not be like, hey, yeah, of course. Yeah, let's do it. Bro, you still can get the number and slide in different scenarios. Understand that women are different women in different places. It's the same woman, but she could be totally different outside of the clock than when she's on the clock. So be aware of that when women are at work as well. You can still approach them, but you got to realize where you're at and where she's at the time.
Fire game.
You was waiting on me? Huh?
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to come up and get belly button piercing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You ain't for real about getting one?
I already got it. I gotta change it out.
Okay, then I swear you a big girl. What's your name, huh? Were you on the phone with your boyfriend, huh?
No.
Oh. You could tell how you talking to a cute boy real quick?
I'm talking to a cute boy real quick.
See?
She gonna call you back.
Pause it real quick.
Damn, this is not my style of game.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing too, because he's just shooting it. Like he don't care, bro. Like
You don't.
yeah, like
That's the best type. That's the best type of game where you don't care.
This is just prime example of just shoot from the hip. Like let it rip. Who cares? You're on the phone. Tell your friend I said, hey, you talking to your mom? Let me talk to her. You know what we getting for Thanksgiving? He's just shooting it, and it's subtle, but I ain't gonna lie, I rock with this because he threw it out there like, okay, you talking to a guy because he's probably wants to see, and she's like, nah. And then she says that, or he's basically directing her to get off the phone. And she's listening to him. Like, she's like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This guy approached me while I'm on the phone. I'm standing in line. Look at the smile on her face. And look at him in the mirror with his camera out. Like he's full-fledged, just whatever. You know what I mean? So
and I even peep.
Yeah. So it's like it's in real time. You can kind of tell when stuff be fake and scripted. I think this is, I mean, it's edited, obviously, like it's going in and out, but this is very close to pretty much live action. Like this is how simple it is. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is essentially, I can resonate with this content a lot because the places he approaching these chicks is typically where I do a lot of my game. Walmart, Target. If you guys ever seen my live Infields, it's very similar to this. And it's just to show that it's possible. You don't need, or you don't have to do certain things. You just pull up on these chicks and talk your shit, and they're everywhere.
Yeah, no, he's doing good. He probably made her day, honestly, by approaching. Hey, you never know what can happen when you do it. Just do it. So many guys are scared to just do it.
Exactly.
Hey, friend.
He is
a little bit. No, I just wanted to say hi to you, though.
Honey, how are you?
Cooling right now. How long you been waiting? I don't want to take up too much of your time, but how old are you?
26.
For real? What year you was born in, Miss 26?
1997.
All right, man. Just trying to make sure you valid.
How old are you?
How old do I look?
21.
You think I just might can get your number before I leave, though? Hey, if I cut a piece of my hair off with these scissors, that'll like the video. You ready? Keep your word, man. Like the video. What you say?
I said, come shop.
Oh.
Bro, this man just be having fun.
Exactly. Yeah. Carefree.
Do your name come with shopping?
Red.
Red.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you. You like anything in here?
Think I might see something I like. Feel me? Huh?
What you say?
Think I might see something I like.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit. What you think might look good on you? What? Me hit a 360 or something?
You ain't even have to do all that.
I'm feeling these, bro. Like,
yeah, I was
you
looking
like
towards
tough,
you,
man.
but
I got a question. How old is you, bro?
22.
22? I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably gonna forget that. For real.
It's okay. It's all right.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, you just wanted to talk.
Something like that.
That's fine. That's fine.
Would you say your name was, though?
Red.
Red.
Cover of your phone. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you before.
Real?
Yeah. I know faces. I don't remember your face.
I feel like, I don't know how much I'm gonna understand her, but you think I put my number in your phone if I leave? Huh? What'd you say?
What did you say?
I forgot, bro.
You ain't getting no.
Huh?
You ain't getting no.
That don't mean I can't look. You feel me?
Okay. For next time, I can do it. How old are you?
Me Turner. Would y'all believe me or something?
How old is this man, bro?
I'm eternal. You know what that mean?
Yeah.
I mean, when I go, I never.
You want to say anything?
I was just say I have no idea. He usually always says that. So I would think maybe on the high end, maybe 24. On the reality, from what just from what I see, probably like 22, 21 maybe.
That's what I'm guessing. 22, 21. She might mess with him if he wasn't recording. I don't know. It's going 50-50. It could go either way.
but this is like, I mean, if you think about it, bro, this is every piece of approach that a guy is scared of. Yeah. He has approached the group. He approached women walking fast. He approached women shopping. He approached women at work. He approached women on the phone. He approached another woman at work. He approached a woman on FaceTime. Like all of these questions that you guys have of how do I approach a woman? What do I say? What do I do in this situation? Rewatch this video, bro. Or rewatch the original video. Like this dude literally is showing you how to do it without having to sit in front of a camera or sit on a consultation and tell you how to do it. If our videos are not doing it for you, just watch this guy because he's literally giving you real life examples of how to do it. I've went live in the field plenty of times. If you guys have ever seen my live infields, drop a fire emoji in the chat. And you notice it's very similar. It's not nothing where it's this extreme, super smooth, super crazy, super wild shit. It's just this. Like it's literally just this. It's a conversation. Some of these women are high interest, some of them are not, but that's all it is, bro. You just go up to the chick, talk to her. In the daytime, it's simple.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And this is honestly how real game be, man. It'd be 50-50 half the time. What you guys see on the internet, all these prank pickup stuff, man, they're showing the best highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, how old are you?
I'm so serious.
Shut up.
How old I look?
Be serious. You look like you like 20. 21. How old are you?
How many times you said you had? What was your first? I might can see that one day. Something like that.
What's your name?
Daddy. I mean, Gavin. It
was nice meeting you as well.
I could just try him on the job.
Try him on to try him. You're just trying to be in my school.
My store now.
It's not
My store when I'm in it. I was trying to see how these fit.
I would let you try them, but you should have started with trying them on because my boss going with me. Y'all was over there talking and making us
Oh, I feel that.
So get the fuck out, and I'll text you later. All right?
Damn.
I'm gonna hit you though.
All right, for sure.
Just wanted to show y'all the new cut. About that time, man. I don't know how long this vid finna be, but if you made it this far, comment haircut. You're a real one. Excuse me, buddy. Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
You okay, darling? Excuse me, is this yours? On the ground, I don't really know. It is? Can't be losing shit like that, man. You good? Yeah. I can get a couple bills for being nice. Shoot. That's crazy.
Hey, son, this man is jokes.
I'm telling you.
Hey, he's a dope creator, though. Yo, what do you guys think? Put in the chat. What do you guys think? You think he had game, the actual game? If you guys have any comments, questions, put in the comments.
Yeah. Y'all tap into his channel, man. Let him know Mr. Man Action Prince So sent you from the reaction. I wouldn't mind doing a collab with this dude, like just in the field. You know what I'm saying? Like a live in the field collab type shit, because the Rizz is there. Like it's a lot of guys think you gotta, say this and do this and all of that, but the guys who are actually getting girls, getting results, getting women, getting laid, getting threesomes, getting all this crazy stuff that you guys want, this is what they're doing. They're going up to these women, they're approaching them in the daytime or in the nighttime or however they want to approach them. but they're just making the approach. They're reaching out to the women, throwing some flirty jokes out there. I mean, think about it, guys. If a woman still gives you her number and you're joking around saying your name is Daddy, and you're like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh man, my bad. Damn, why I keep saying that?" And then you say your actual name. She already knows what type of time you're on, so you don't have to be like, "Oh, let's fuck, let's." Bro, it's subtle, but chicks will go for it. So if you guys got any questions, man, or concerns, just drop them in the chat. We'll go on for a little while longer if you guys got any questions.
I'm too old to be using Rizz, but I get the motivation behind it. I'm not gonna lie. At a certain point, I was thinking something similar, like a certain point, I was thinking like I need like more mature type thing because like that's like it's like younger. That's what I was thinking at one point. Yeah.
It's I mean, it's how whatever game works for you, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's maybe not using the word Rizz. Obviously, it's a new word. It literally, I think, just came out this year or this month. I don't even know. But at the end of the day, it's still game. It's still talking to women. It's still a conversation. It's still an approach. So, however, whenever you want to do it, you should do it. Because if you look at this guy's channel. And I want y'all to check out his channel as well. If y'all look at his channel, you'll see he's not only doing this with those same type of women. Like, he's not doing it with the 20-year-olds. Like, he's approached MILFs. He's approached, like, way older women at work and thick baddies, all sorts of shit. So, got to be doing something right if he's doing that.
What's the scariest spot y'all ever rizzed? What do you think the scariest spot is? Scary isn't the word I would use.
Yeah, I would have to think about that one because I don't know. I mean,
I know the answer. There's how do I say it? There's like you can go to like if you look in your city, you can find like a swingers club kind of type stuff. So like that type of stuff. Like I've gone there to Rizz one time to go with someone. That's an interesting. I wouldn't say it's scary. It's interesting. You kind of have to be open, like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you might see something happening on the other side that you be like, oh, whoa, hold up, why am I here?
Yeah.
Was like every shorty there is open. Like the first question they ask, what's your fetish?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, fetlife.com. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Been around the block for sure. But but every time I've approached the chick in a swingers club, that's why it's like I don't know if he means like scariest spot as far as like literally scary, like it's just like a haunted house or some shit, or if he means like where I've been the most nervous. Yeah, okay, it says wildest spot.
I think that was a wild spot. I can't say nothing's like scary, but like that's like the wildest spot I'll say. He said, "Don't Rizz at church, bro. Father Lord, forgive me for my sins, but church is the best place to Rizz."
Oh my God, yeah, they'll Rizz you at church for real, for real.
Oh yeah, man. I will say the ratio at church is usually more women than men.
Bro, low key, now I'm thinking about it. I think that's like where I first probably had some level of Rizz, like just at the younger days of the church programs, just because like, you know, you were in those small camps. So yeah, church is unfortunately, but yeah, church is it can go down. It depends, you know.
Out of speed. So if you're a guy, you ever go to speed dating, one common problem is that there's usually more men than women. But I went to a speed dating event at the church. The ratio was literally like 6 to 1 woman to 1 guy, bro. I was literally waiting. Women were literally waiting for me to come speed date with them.
Bro, I gotta do one of those one day. I've never went to one of those. That shit seemed like it would be fun. Especially having like some game, that shit. Seemed like it would be a field day. I'm still trying to think of the wildest spot for me.
Like,
As far as,
it depends. What's wild? I think FetLife is the most wildest type of thing.
yeah, that's where it's at.
Oh,
You
you mess with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys don't know, you ever looking for a swingers club or a swingers event or just any type of swingers or freaky chicks in your area, FetLife.com, and I put you on something. And you guys virgins and want to lose your virginity, yeah, FetLife.com. You know what I'm saying? It's like a BDSM fetish type website. You know what I mean? And that me and a couple of the chicks that I've messed with have went on there and had threesomes and went to swinger parties and shit in the past. So, and typically, at least for me, typically when I'll go to those, it just ends up being a threesome. Like my girl will hook up with another girl and shit goes down. But also,
bro, you have abs, bro. Just go on that joint shirtless, bro.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, viewer discretion is advised. Like, if you go to a swingers party, be ready to see some wild shit,
bro. And, wow, wow, that's what I was trying. Wow,
yeah, be ready to see some wild shit for one, and for two, don't act like it's wild shit. Like people that are regulars there are going to be able to tell that you're probably new. So, like, just keep it pushing. Maybe get you a drink in, or do whatever you got to do. It seems to work better for me though. Every time I've always went with a chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do see guys that are in there sometimes by themselves or with the homie, and they don't even know what they don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I did notice though, I only been one time. It wasn't the baddest chicks though when I was there, but they be at certain nights. But it was a lot of like subpar chicks.
Yeah. You most likely, if you ever do see baddies there, from my experience, it's usually only one or two, and they're usually with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, they're not the baddest, but like if you guys are, just trying to see what that world is like, because it literally is an underworld, like it's some whole other shit, then FetLife.com. But another thing too, though, is like there's communities, there's events, there's separate people and all this shit. So you can literally, like how you guys are doing all this work on dating apps, and you got all these different type of women, like you want a true submissive women, you want all of this shit, bro. If you go to FetLife.com and just DM some of those girls on there, it probably wouldn't be that hard to find what you're looking for, just being all the way honest. And that's a secret gem. They didn't tell me to advertise them. I'm just letting y'all know.
Yeah,
it's like I've never really pulled a chick from there directly, but I know that, like, it's not that hard to set something up with a nice lady from there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard anyone even talk about it at all online.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yeah, I was kind of hesitant to even say that, but you brought it. You just confirmed it.
I know. Yeah, I know what it is. Haven't been active on there in a while, but if it's anything like it used to be, which I'm sure it is, then yeah.
Yeah, I chill because there's just so many alternative like lifestyles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easiest place to Rizz is clubs and college for sure. College campus is gold mine, bro. Gold mine. Even just living near a college city, that's a gold mine. Clubs are good too. I prefer like bars where people can still hear you. I opened this double set on the plane to Cali from New York after taking massive dump. There was literally at the seat. I was like 7 seats up from them. Literally, Rizz and exchange numbers was wild. Nice. Hey, anything can happen when you're in the field, bro.
Nice, and especially at the freaking airport on the airplane. Like that's one of the most underrated places to find baddies. Bro. Is the freaking airport.
That's a fact. And they just be chilling there, sitting down there for hours, bro. Some girls just be there for 3-4 hours not doing nothing. I would imagine those 7 seats up, man. He's probably, hey, yo, ma. If you're looking for a thought hunt, yeah, college and clubs, yep, for sure. I mean, but also you can find some good girls at college. Also, like,
yeah. What it's funny because me and one of my good homies was talking about the club earlier today, and what we've noticed is that the chicks from the club, bro, if you're not like a hard closer or like moving things forward right then and there, a lot of them fade off. Like a lot of them fade off. So if you're running club game, it is good for volume and for numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But from my experience, bro, I rarely in my whole rotation of life can rarely think of chicks that I met in a club. Now it's different if it's a night area like a hookah or not hookah, a hookah lounge or something like that. But like in a club, it's popping, it's jumping, it's lit, it's dancing, it's all that. Lot of numbers. But I noticed like if you try to hit that same chick up on Sunday at 2 p.m., it's dry as fuck. Like it's you're really dragging the conversation. So
yeah,
one thing I learned, and this is one more point that I'm thinking about. One more thing that I learned when it comes to in the club, if you're really interested in the chick, if you really like find her attractive or whatever, and you're trying to get at her, the best thing you can do is take her away from the club. Now you don't have to take her outside of the club. You don't have to take her away from the friends, but take her to the side or take her to the back of the club. Slow her down a little bit. Try to get as close to her brain as you can to a 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, not even a Sunday, because she might be hungover. A 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, and make it clear to her that, hey, you seem cool. I know it's loud in here. I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you outside of here. Maybe if you're asking her some generic questions, try to figure out when she's free. What does she do for work? Like some more conversational pieces if you're really trying to see this chick out of the club. Because I'm telling you, they will give their number up quick in the club. They will give it up fast. But you need to make it so abundantly clear to her that, hey, this is cool. This is great. Unless you're trying to leave with her that night, you need to make it clear to her, this is cool. This is great. But I'm really trying to lock in with you. Like I'm really trying to link up. Let's go for coffee. Let's go for breakfast. Let's go for drinks. What the fuck ever. But you have to make it so clear to her, bro. Because I'm telling you, they're in a different headspace when they're in the club. And if any of you guys have been to the clubs enough and you've been running enough game in the club, then you should know exactly what I mean, where you'll get a lot of numbers in there. And if you're a regular in the club or she's a regular in the club, you might be able to run into her again and work something out. But you get a lot of numbers in the club and they'll end up just falling into your contacts because, you know, it's just a different mindset.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So one thing about you saying that the club, you got tons of volume, but the club also is it helps you really get good at getting witty, fast, and like flirting. Because one thing is like a girl will walk away from you in instance in the club if you don't hook their attention. So it teaches you that. And then also you can't really have straight up basic conversation. You kind of have to like flirt around, play with them a little bit, even have energy, which teaches you a lot of witty skills like when you're out in public, because you don't get that same volume during day game. And then, but as a con, as you were saying too, like no matter how good you get, I think like the best guys still need to get like a 30% text back rate. If even you get 30% text back rate, that's still good.
Now, are you saying in the club or in general?
Oh no, in the club. So if you get 10 numbers, realistically 4 to 3 might text you back the next day. I don't think it's even 5. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that's fair in the club for sure.
Yeah.
And that's actually, go ahead.
That's actually good numbers. You approach 10 girls, get 3 of them text you back, get one date, pull one, you're good. That's good numbers, honestly.
And that's why, like in the club, bro, you know, you want to pick, you want to pick and be wise or whatever. You know, you want to make sure that the woman's in the right headspace. But honestly, if you're looking for a one night stand, if you're looking for a pool, if you're looking for a take home the same night, club is a good place to do it. Because honestly, if you don't, you might not hear from her again. Like literally, she might not text you back. But like I said, you want to kind of, you want to be aware of that. Because one thing I've noticed, bro, and I'm pretty sure it's happened to you in the past or even now, you know what I'm saying? Like you may see a chick flirt with so many dudes. So many dudes are dancing with her. So many dudes are getting her number. So many dudes are getting her Instagram. And then you end up taking her home. So it's like all of these dudes kind of warmed her up, got her hot and bothered, got her lit, all this shit. And then you end up leaving with her. And I've seen the same thing happen to me. So I'll be talking to a chick, I'm vibing with her. And then when the club is out, I see her homegirls, and they're leaving with 2 other dudes. And I'm like, damn, so you're thinking that little petty number that you got is going to do you anything. But bruh just left with her. So, a lot of you guys, how do I get one night stands and how do I leave with her, bro? You just got to escalate. You got to move outside of the club, because yeah, a lot of them are willing to head out with you if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, always be closing, always be closing. One thing I just always ask, try and go grab some food, some chicken nuggets. You try and go to this food spot. I'll say at least 50% of the time when a chick leaves and says she wants to get a food spot, she'll be like, I don't really care for food. And then we just end up going back to my spot. Like that happens like a good amount of time. And also for the next day, I'll be lying if I say I don't get numbers, but I found sometimes it's better just to get the Instagram because they'll see you the next day. But make sure you put your Instagram in their phone, so you automatically follow yourself. So the next day you might have a better chance of getting her to respond because she remembers who you are. The big problem with women during nighttime is that they give the number out to so many guys and they're like, I'm not going to text them. But if they see you the next day and you have a good profile, they might hit you back. That increase your chance by like maybe 50-50. Right. One thing I used to do a lot too when I was younger, and I'm pretty sure if you're dating like 21, 20-year-olds, they probably still use Snapchat, right? So one thing, if a girl didn't answer my text back, I would always save their number and add them on Snapchat. And then what ends up happening, they see my stories and they'll be like, oh, I remember you. Like I won a lot doing that. So it's like those are stuff you can do in the club. But on the day night game, like if you get 30% text back, that's decent. What?
Yeah, facts. And Snapchat does work as well because sometimes, and I remember just being big on Snapchat, bro, like beginning of college and shit like that. Sometimes you're also able to know the moves. So like you could be out again, or you could look at the girl's story and they're like, damn, they're at that club again. And then you're able to approach her again, even though she might literally not remember you. You've seen her story, you remember her, blah, 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 and you can keep that conversation going and move forward. So the club is a good place, and college campus is a fucking gold mine. I mean, holy, if any of you guys are watching us and you're on a college campus, get to work. So
what I actually think are gold mines too that a lot of guys don't do is I started going to Pilates classes, right? So the thing about Pilates is like 10 people, but you'll be the only guy in there. You go to about 3 or 4 classes, bro. You just seen 50 different girls, bro. If you're the only guy, eventually one's going to talk to you. Be like, oh, make sure to come back. That's what they always ask me. Hey, you're going to come back? Are you new here? Do you come here often? Always has a conversation. They always come to me. Salsa classes, I'm always going to say that a lot of guys cannot dance. If you go to the beginner classes, there's going to be more guys. But as soon as you start getting to intermediate advanced, man, the ratio is going to be crazy. And if you know how to dance, you can already get physical. Salsa dancing, and also even at the gym, like going to yoga classes, the ratio is always better. So like me, I prefer to like talk to women in like athletic environments, even co-ed sports league. That's how you can find different women. It's just you don't always have to rely on the clubs.
Right. Thanks.
What do you guys think about going to singles events? Hey, that works too. But the thing, yes, go to singles event. The thing is, the ratios are always mainly more guys than women. It's either way more guys than women or way more women than guys. So you just have to pick and choose which one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, you pretty much know they're single. So if you can find a way to be different from all the other guys in there, then all the chicks are going to want you. A lot of, as we all know, a lot of chicks have group think. So if you become that guy in that event, and you don't have to do the most to become that guy, then a lot of women will most likely subtly be fighting over you. So I recommend it for sure.
Yo, you said, what about singles event? There's literally a video of a woman going to a singles event in Atlanta, and it's all women, 30 women, and not a single guy showed. Did you see that video?
I haven't, but I can believe it, especially in Atlanta.
Yeah, not a single man showed up, bro. Now imagine if you was the one man that showed up, man. You would have had a field day.
Mm-hmm. Bro, and it's crazy. My brother lives in Atlanta, and he talks about the chicks out there, bro. Like the ratio is crazy because literally it's full of women for one, and then it's a city full of guys who want to be women. So if you're a guy and you're somewhat normal, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to be like top tier and all this stuff. If you're just an average guy who likes women, you will have a fucking gold mine out there. And it seems like that's becoming popular in a lot of big cities. Like a lot of dudes are, they're on whatever side of the rainbow that they're on. And if you're just a somewhat normal guy, then bruh, it's a field day. Like these chicks are everywhere.
Nah, ratio is definitely. I used to live in Atlanta too. I just thought DC was better, but Atlanta is definitely transformed since I've been there. Like, there's way more people migrating there. But even Oaktown Finest, I know you're in San like close to San Fran, Oaktown. The thing is, if you're a brother out there, bro, you're a rare commodity. You're gonna eat. So go to those single events. If anything is a brother, you're gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, singles events don't have the best quality women from my experience. Oh, Velvet Cake, what's up, bro? A lot of average, less than average girls, which makes sense. A lot of hot girls can just use apps. Always prefer code approach. I mean, yeah, it's pros and cons, but no matter where you go, you'll at least find at least one or two hot girls. And then even dating apps. I mean, some guys, the average guy, the hot girl, she's probably getting tons and tons of message. So you're probably better off just meeting them in person, as you said. Just always code approach whenever you get the chance. That's what we always preaching.
Yeah. I literally dropped a video today on my channel, just trying to remind these guys, man, never stop hitting the field, bro. Like, never stop approaching, because chicks are flip floppy, and one is too close to none. Even if you got two or three, number three could be tripping on you. She just gets mad out of nowhere. Number two has some guy in her ear, some new guy that's trying to take her out on dates, and now you're with one, and one is bullshitting out of nowhere. So now you got to start all over. And I tell guys, like, you don't have to go all the way with your approaches. You don't have to get the number. You don't have to fuck the chick. You don't have to do all that. But you need to stay active. And you'll be surprised how many opportunities you have to approach women if it's something that's natural in your life versus overthinking it.
Yeah, low quality. I mean, bro, I don't even pay attention to low quality women. That's the thing.
Stay away from it.
Yeah. I've been looking for the hot ones. Yeah, Prince. So I've seen some of your videos on what kind of pics to take. So I'm gonna see what's up with them. Yeah, man. Just keep on doing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And for you guys who don't know what pics to take, honestly, I recommend taking like a high status photo, one where it looks like you're kind of like a model, or it kind of looks like you're in a luxury environment, some staircase. Just go to any like luxury place in your area, get a dog photo. Any dog photo is going to help you out on dating apps. If you can get like a travel shot, maybe at a beach, palm trees, hiking, or something like that, that's going to show that you're a different personality. Get maybe a action shot where you're doing an activity, preferably do like a boxing shot, because one is going to show off your physique and it's also going to show off you kind of aggressive. So those are some good shots. And then lastly, just get just get one with like a bright background, like yellow, orange, because why? When she's swiping, when she sees that bright background, it kind of switches her train of thought, because you're just going to naturally see a bright yellow background.
Thanks.
All right, bros. And then you guys have any more questions, put in the chat. And make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I guess we'll let them know as well. We're gonna kind of take a break on the Thursday shows for a little while. Me and Prince O got some shit that we gonna be handling. You know what I mean? I probably and I know you'll still be uploading, right?
Yeah, I'll still be uploading.
Yeah.
You guys recorded.
Yeah. So you guys will still get uploads. I'm gonna try to get some lives in when I can, Q&As, maybe some live in the fields or some reaction videos like this. But for now, until further notice, we're gonna conclude these Thursday 7 p.m. Central Standard Time live streams for now. And we'll get back to it soon. But appreciate all you guys, man. I mean, if y'all want them back, let us know.
Put in the comments, man.
Yeah, spam us and let them know it's been real. And I really do recommend you guys, even if you're watching this on pre-record right now or watching on the playback, go back and watch these other live streams. I think we did probably like 7 of them in total, maybe 5, 6, 7. So go back and watch these, bro. It's so much game that between me and Prince O that we've been able to spread with you guys over the time, and definitely appreciate y'all rocking and all the questions. I mean, we're still live now, so if you guys got some questions, drop them in there. But yeah, it's been real for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun. You guys have been putting up a lot of comments, call-in shows, heard some crazy stories, done some crazy reaction, answered some questions. So why do some girls give their number but don't respond? You want to go?
Yeah, I mean, that's just part of the game, bro. That's what they do, Women could give their number for so many different reasons that as guys we wouldn't understand. So one, she could give you her number because she's scared, like she's scared of you. She can give you her number because the last guy that she rejected said that he like called her a bitch or something. So she's just afraid and she wants to get you out of her face. Two, she could be feeling you, but later on she's not. You know, there's multiple reasons that women would give a number, and that's like a human thing. Like if let's say you're in Sam's Club, because I remember I used to do this shit. I used to sell direct TV, like cable and stuff like that, to people that would walk into Sam's Club. And instead of them telling me, no, I'm not interested, they'll say, okay, I'll come back when I leave the store. Or I'll be back tomorrow to buy the products from you. I knew they weren't coming back, but they just didn't want to tell me no. That's kind of similar with women. Sometimes they just want to, they're just being nice. They're just being polite. You ask for the number, sure, you can have it. Doesn't mean I'm going to respond. They're not obligated to, bro. It's just a part of it. But that's why you need to continue to talk to more women. It's just part of it. It happens to all of us.
Yeah, a woman has a lot to lose if she says no to a number because she'll know the guy. The guy could just flip out, lash out, something bad could happen. I mean, you gotta think that's how women think. They care about their safety first. And honestly, it's just easy to give someone their number and not respond back. It's part of the game. I'll never understand how you can talk to a woman on dating apps for what? For 10 messages. You get her number and she still won't respond back. I wish I knew. I wish I could explain that. I can't.
Right.
I can understand in person, but and then it's just simply easier. But one thing I will say though, for the text back, two things I found, I mentioned it earlier, is one, if you add them on Snapchat and then if they save their number, add them on Snapchat, they might see your story and they might reconnect that way. Once they see your face, they might remember you, but that's just another hurdle. That's something I used to do. And number two, another thing I used to do with when I get a woman's number, I put my name in their phone. I might put like, oh, beautiful Nigerian, or oh, the prince, or something like that, or oh, your daddy. And one thing, when you text them, they might be like, oh, what your name is so funny. They'll just be so shocked at it that they'll just respond. That helped me increase my numbers a little bit, but to a certain point, I didn't really like going that extra mile sometimes. So it's like those are ways to get them to respond better.
Mm-hmm. And one more thing that I'm thinking about is like, think about the times that we don't respond back to numbers. So like if you order something off Amazon, you might put your phone number in there and then they might text you and say, hey, thanks for buying our product. Can you leave us a review? You'll look at the message and not respond. So like giving out a number, although it seems like an accomplishment to a guy who's like scared to approach or doesn't approach much, although it seems like a big deal, people will, it's just a number. It's just 7 digits, 10 digits, whatever. They'll just throw it out to anybody. So, it is what it is.
And then another, you can't really teach this, but anyone who is good at women knows that the biggest thing is timing. It's timing. She might have just she might have just broke up with her boyfriend. She might have just gone in a relationship. She might have just met a guy 10 minutes late. She might be ovulating that day. She might not. There's so many factors that you can't control. It's just put yourself in the right time at the right place and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I do got one more. Though, if you guys got any dope conversation starters to use on the first date, I'm all ears. You want to go first or?
Yeah, it's a lot of them, bro. I like I said, I don't know if you've seen the past stream or if you ever hopped on the Patreon or anything, but I literally have a 3-page typed out PDF format of questions and conversations that you can have for a woman. But typically on a first date, bro, just to try to make it like a 30-second version of that, if it's a new woman, you're trying to start a conversation, you're trying to get to know her better, I'll always just introduce the question game. Like, hey, let's play the question game. Okay, cool, we can do that. And then like, okay, do you know the rules to the question game? She can be like, yeah, I think so. But I make up the rules. There are 3 simple rules. Number 1, we just ask each other questions back and forth. Number 2, you have to answer the question truthfully, and you can't ask me the same question back. And number 3, if you feel uncomfortable with the question, you can say pass. Side note, I never pass on the question. You know what I'm saying? Like I never pass on it, because then she'll start passing on. She'll just follow your lead. And typically what I'll do is I'll ask simple questions, not really in the interview style. You still want to make it a conversation. You still want to make it fun. You still want to make it flow. but I'll ask simple questions. What's your favorite color? Just simple first date shit. What do you think about yourself? Like, what's the best quality? What's the best thing you've ever learned in life? How many brothers and sisters? Blah blah blah. And then I'll spice it up. What's your favorite position? Where's the craziest place you had sex? Would you prefer for me to smack you on your ass or on your face? You know what I'm saying? Like, you spice it up, but you slip it in the question. But the thing about it is it helps you lead the conversation. And also the woman can't ask you the same questions, so she has to come with unique questions. And as you may know, a lot of women are not that creative. They're not that witty. They don't really have game or watching a video like this to give them some level of game. So it allows you to lead the conversation wherever you want it to go. And also, don't wear this game out. If it gets boring, then don't keep forcing it. And another one that I'll do, this is still within the question game, as I'm spicing it up a little bit, I may ask her, can I kiss you? Or do you want to kiss me? If she say yeah, go in for the kiss. If she say no, like, okay, I understand, not right now, whatever. So there's a couple ways that you can do it. Like I said, it's kind of like the 30-second version of it, but that's usually a good leeway for you to understand how to move forward with the woman. If you ask her certain questions and you get those answers, it's so much easier. Like, when was your last relationship? Why did it end? Shit like that. Because it helps you know everything about her, and all she's going to do is ask you generic, simple, boring questions and keep your answer short and sweet. Get it back on her. Women love to talk, but more importantly, they like to talk about themselves. So if you can ask her questions, she'll literally tell you her whole life story. And when she does that, she's going to feel like she knows you better, when in reality, all she did was told you everything about her. Now you know her better. Now you know how to move forward on the first date. So, yeah.
Fire game.
Yes.
And make sure, if you're reading this, hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button. Let's get this pushed out to YouTube algorithm.
Yes, sir.
And this is actually a dope question. So I actually made a video about this like a few weeks ago. So it's on my channel, like literally like between the last 4 videos. But one of the biggest questions conversation starters I always make sure to do is, someone told me this is when I growing up, the best conversation to have is when they're talking about themselves. That's what anyone, just get them talking about themselves. People can talk about themselves all day long. So just remember that at the back of your head and do. So some of the conversation starters I would recommend is, nowadays, all these women love to eat, bro. Love to eat. Just ask her about her favorite food spots in the city. I bet you on everything, she's going to pull out her phone and have a long list of all the food spots you want to go to. But just have a conversation, talk about the spots you've been to, talk about what you like to eat. And one thing that's going to end up happening is she's going to put you in a frame like you're kind of like have a great lifestyle. 2, talk about places. All these women nowadays, they love to travel all these places. Talk about places you travel to or where they want to travel to. And the whole time, just be asking her a question about her interests, right? And then you can throw in but guide the conversation to things that you're interested in as well. Number 2 is places you've been in the city, right? So if you know all the hot spots, the memorial museums, talk about stuff so you can take her future dates, right? And then also talk about things that you're kind of interested as well, and bring those into the conversation. So those are some good conversations to talk about. And then also remember the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. So when you're talking to her, ask those questions: who, what, when, and why. But I would say Gavin did a great example, right? He would ask a question, but then he would kind of like tease it when they came back. He wouldn't actually give the answers. They ask, how old are you? 100. They know dang on well you're not 100. She asked a question, what's your name? Daddy. See, the thing about that, it brings a teasing. So whenever she asks you that question back, tease it or tease on it. That's the real catch. Get her to talk about herself. When she asks you back, tease her. Kind of talk in circles, which gets you like flirting a lot.
Right. Facts. Big facts.
Facts. Night games, numbers are the worst. Night games are horrible. Always try your best to pull that night. Best. That's the best strategy for night game. What's your advice for brothers approaching non-black women? I struggle because I'm more of a corporate intellectual type. I don't have swag like that.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. So the thing is, if you're a brother and you're approaching non-black women, you still need swag, bro. When they look at us, they look for swag. You can easily just get swag by getting some fitted clothing, right? Fitted clothing that fits your arms, slim fit pants, and dress shoes. You can, if you don't have swag, figure out how to get swag, because your swag is going to come into your personality, your confidence, how you talk. And then even with non-black women, right? The race, I tell you, the race does not matter. They mess with you, bro. When you're thinking all about she's not black, she's not gonna approach me. It race really doesn't matter. The game is all the same. All these women are the same, right? I would say with black women, you might have to be a little more witty, a little more assertive and dominant, right? I would say that, but there's still, at the end of the day, it's still all the same. So there's no specific thing I can give for non-black women. But if you want to see, I have a couple videos on my videos on like how to talk to a white girl specifically. So go check that out.
Man, I couldn't have said it any better, bro. Like literally to add and to emphasize everything Prince-O said. These women, when you come to approaching them, they're all essentially looking for the same thing. So honestly, Will, there's probably something with you, bro, that you need to work on, because for one, as a brother, why would you not want to talk to black women? In my opinion, they the baddest bitches on the earth. You know what I'm saying? So why would you not want to? You're talking about you struggle because corporate and blah blah blah. There's plenty of black women who like that, for one. Right. And for two, if you're trying to separate the race and saying you struggle because of swag, bro, they all want a dude with swag. They all want a dude that feels like the man. And especially if you're a black guy and you're approaching other women outside of your race, they want you to have more swag, because they're, believe it or not, they're judging you and they're going to put you in that category as a black guy. So what good is a white girl, a Philippine, or whatever? What good is for them to deal with you if you're a black guy with no swag? Like if they end up securing a brother, they still want him to have swag when they brag about you, when they show you to their family, to their friends. Women are women. And you can go to a different country, you can go where they don't speak the English language. They're still going to want you to have some type of swag, some type of confidence, some type of charisma, some type of eye contact, some type of body language. So, man, they're all the same, bro. Don't put too much pressure on how to approach one versus another.
So let's look at the Francis. I want you to understand the swag is very important as a brother. Think about, these are the guys who get the most women outside the race, right? I would say it's Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look at them, they are swagged out brothers, and they still have that corporate intellectual vibe. They go more towards the pretty boy side, right? I will say, if you're gonna take this archetype, go towards that side. Get your swag. Nobody wants a black man who doesn't have swag.
Man, in general.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's our archetype. When they look for I'm not even trying to be racist, nothing. When they look for an Asian guy, no, they want a smart Asian. Okay. Right. So make whatever your archetype is, you have to adapt, because like I'll tell you, I've dated outside my race tons of times, right? And one thing they always say is like, damn, you got so much fashion. Damn, you got swag. That's one thing I always hear. So I would say, don't think too much about the race too much. If they mess with you, but maximize your looks to a wider demographic. Like I wouldn't say like you had dreads before. I wouldn't say like get like little Dirk dreads, face tattoos. You only appeal to a certain demographic. I would say go more to Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx look, who appeal to a bigger audience.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Big facts.
All right, brothers. It was a good night chatting with y'all. Make sure to hit the like button. Guys, play back. Put in the comments what do you guys think. Did Gavin have Rizz or did he not?
Yes, sir, man. And and make sure y'all subscribe to the channels. Make sure y'all definitely subscribe to Prince-O channel if y'all watching it from my channel. And we'll get back with you guys, man. Click on the links below, patreon.com. Check out the new video I uploaded probably like an hour or two ago, and make sure y'all rewatch these lives, man. A lot of gems were dropped within these lives, and appreciate it.
All right, peace out, brothers. Catch you guys another time.